Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back to show off some more plunder that I've acquired over the last little while. Kind of a varied video here, got a little bit of merch to show off, and a few records, which you don't see me show vinyl too much, just because, my record player is still unhooked and kind of buried, so until I can get it up and running again, it's kind of no point, but sometimes I, make exceptions, and plus, vinyl's just getting ridiculously expensive at times, but yeah. The first couple things I'm going to show, I actually got for Christmas, and I was really excited to get these. First off, we have a book here, Anthem, Rush in the 70s by Martin Popoff. Yeah, I really dig Rush. I really started to get into them a couple years ago. You don't see me talk about them too much on here, but I had seen this book, and I had made mentions that I would love to check it out at some point, and they got it for me for Christmas, so I was really happy about that. And then this, I love this thing, because this is one of my favorite frontmen of all time, one of the greatest of all time in my honest opinion, and that is this awesome Bon Scott action figure. Sorry, I'm trying to get a good shot without glare. Love this. To me, Bon Scott was, as I said, one of the greatest frontmen ever. And honestly, I like Brian Johnson. I like his era of AC/DC. But for me, Bon Scott will always be the definitive AC/DC vocalist. So it's really awesome to have this. I'm going to find a nice spot for it up in the layer to put on display. And then, of course, I actually found this at Walmart. Like last weekend, I think it was. And of course, if you got Bon Scott, you got to keep the dynamic duo all together. So he found this awesome Angus Young figure. I think it's put out by the same company, or pretty darn close to Mecca. But yeah, really cool figure here. Angus, again, really good showman. I've never seen AC/DC live, but I've seen lots of live footage. And the guy is a hell of a guitar player and definitely a consummate showman. But yeah, had to keep the two together. So yeah, dynamic duo going to be displayed together there. Alrighty, on to the vinyl. Got a 7-inch to show here. That is a split between Cemeterian and Absconder. And I honestly thought I had missed my opportunity to get this, because I remember hearing about this a long time ago, and then it just kind of slipped my mind. And I was like, man, somebody had mentioned it one other time on Facebook, and I was like, shit, I never did pick that up. So I thought, man, I'm probably, missed out on it. And I found, I think it was Head Split, actually still had copies. This actually came on a blue vinyl, as well as the one I got, which is a black vinyl. So I'm just happy to have a copy of this. Of course, this came out on RFL Records back just last year. Again, like I said, it's available in black, which is what I have, as well as transparent blue. If you're not familiar with these bands, Cemeterian, death metal out of Houston, Texas, been around since 2019, features members of, current and former members, I should say, of bands like Blaspherion, Imprecation, Thy Feeble Savior, among many others. Really solid band. They only have one demo to their name, Tomb of Morbid Stench, which came out in 2019, as well as this right here. And then, of course, Absconder, death metal out of Champaign, Illinois, been around since 2009. In addition to this here, they have a couple other splits, including one with Ruin. I forget who the other one is with. They also have an EP and 2 demos to their credit. Both awesome bands. Have not had a chance, obviously, to listen to this, but really looking forward to jamming it. I'm just happy to have this in the collection. Next up, Disturbed with Divisive. And yeah, this is the Walmart exclusive. I'm not going to bother trying to take the vinyl out of here. Just take me way too long. Exclusive Walmart edition, comes on a gold vinyl. Sorry, trying to fight the glare here. Show this. There we go. But yeah, Disturbed, heavy metal, new metal, whatever you want to call them, out of Chicago, Illinois. Been around since 1994. This is their 8th full-length album, put out by Reprise just last year. And yeah, I mean, I really dig this album. I know a lot of people say that, it's Disturbed, just going through the motions or whatever. But I really dig this album. I think it's really good. I mean, compared to their very first album and their earlier output. I mean, it may not be quite up there with it, but I still think this is a pretty solid album overall. And I was really happy to get the Walmart exclusive edition. And then the last vinyl I am going to show is one that actually made my year-end list. Such an amazing album. And that is Castrator with Defiled in Oblivion. Yeah, death metal band out of New York. New York, been around since 2013. This is their debut full-length album put out just last year on Dark Descent Records. I actually bought this on a Bandcamp Friday last year at some point. I forget exactly when. Of course, I have the CD. And in fact, I actually have 2 copies of the CD because I ended up getting a copy in my Metalhead box, but I'm holding on to that for just in case they happen to maybe swing by, through this way on a tour, because Black Circle, which is the venue I've been going to for concerts here, the last several ones that I've gone to, is getting some, pretty awesome bands there. And I would think it'd be awesome if they could get Castrator to do a show there. Maybe I can get the band to sign it. But not only was I excited to pick this up on vinyl, but as you can see, it is completely signed by the band. So this was a Bandcamp exclusive at that particular point, so I was really happy to pick this up. And if you've not heard Castrator, awesome death metal, go check it out. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Really short one here. Just wanted to get this knocked out so I can get this stuff kind of put away. It's just been kind of sitting here piling up and trying to get this room back in some semblance of an order. So yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and until next time, stay brutal.